We're back.
Y'all been asking.
Cheers to intuitive thinkers.
Cheers to that.
With these podcasts, with social media, you trying to be influencers. The main goal is to do it. If you never do it, you're not going to succeed.
Don't make excuses. Just get it done.
Let's do it.
And we are so happy to be back. We've been talking about how many times we're going to come back. And we just never came back. But we're back now. And that's all that matters. And for all of the new people, my name is Kayla.
My name is Cece. I'm her mom.
And we're mother and daughter. And our podcast is called Intuitive Thinkers. We usually have a little plaque. But we wanted to come for y'all. And we weren't going to make an excuse today. So we're here.
Yes.
The plaque will be here next time.
Yes, it will. We definitely be on point for you next time. But we wanted to get something in for you. And it's a topic that is really deep that we do need to start talking about. So we just want to get everybody that watches us to start thinking. This is about the effects of social media. And it's not just affecting our youth. It's affecting all of us. So we need to talk about that.
And I want to start off with a question. Have you ever been to dinner with a loved one and instead of having conversation between the two of you, you find yourself on your phone and look across the table to then see them on their phone too? Unfortunately, this has become the reality of what modern socialization looks like. Nowadays, we don't really have intimate conversation and get to know people and just socialize like what typical socialization is. Instead, we're on our phones, on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Snapchat, and we're not really being social. I feel like we think we're on social media, so we're being social, and it's the most socialization we've ever had, when in reality, it's not.
And piggybacking off of what she said, for all of you guys that don't know who we are two Libras as well. And my son, her brother, is a Libra as well. So we've been Libra gang. And this podcast is on a Libra perspective. Me and her are very deep thinkers. I believe that a lot of Libras, or I don't know all Libras, I do know a lot of them, and we are very deep thinkers. So me and her have very extended talks, like what we're talking about with you guys. So that's why we created this podcast, because we're intuitive thinkers. So, like she was saying, I went on New Year's one year to an event, and it was beautiful. It was on a rooftop, and everybody was outside, and then as soon as it hit 12 o'clock, everybody was on their phone. To me, you're not enjoying the moment of Happy New Year, and if you with your mate, kiss, or you with your baby, hug, you're not enjoying the moment because you're sitting here.
Let me record y'all. Hold on, don't do that yet.
Yeah. Everything doesn't have to be recorded. Everything doesn't have to be posted.
Ooh, can we talk about a friend that you have?
Which one?
That is
But don't
always on the phone.
Oh, yeah. I do. I have a friend. It's a little sad, yeah. They on the phone all the time with everything. Like, we at the club. We on a trip. Everything. You on the phone.
Always on the phone. How do you
actually
actually enjoy life?
You're not enjoying life. You're really basing your life according to what
Social
other
media.
people think.
It's for an image.
It's
like,
for an
people
image.
try to maintain this image when in reality, in life, you're not even living it.
No, you're not living life.
You out of town. You out the country.
On the phone.
You're not even having a time. You. As soon as the phones go down, everybody looking like this. All right, y'all, we ready to go.
Sick.
Can we really turn up like we used to? Back in the day, can we talk about how y'all used to have a ball?
Hey, we had
the phones came?
We had a ball. We had phone. I'm not that old, ma'am. We had phones.
I say back in the day to say before the phone, that was.
Girl, we
that
had
was
phones. We
no,
had phones came
I'm
talking
talking about like smartphones.
Girl,
This is
she
worse.
trying to. What she trying to say,
Oh
bro?
my
I'm not even 50
Don't
yet.
start. Nobody's saying that. I'm saying.
She said, "Can we talk about?"
Y'all
We
used
had
to-
phones.
and
We just wasn't
pagers.
on them. We
And
had
pagers.
beepers. Yeah.
Exactly. That's before. That's
Social
what
media.
I mean.
We'll say
like,
social media.
Yeah. Okay. You
Because
can say social
Facebook
media.
didn't really come out until 2008.
Yeah.
So social media before it was MySpace, which was popping. It was. I wish they would have brought it back because it was dope. It was basically your own personality, where you can put your pictures, you put your music. When people come to your page, they see that.
Okay,
they don't have that no more. So the difference now
between you not having that and now you see the generations that have it, what do you see that's different?
People wasn't so enthralled with it. Like, I gotta go on Facebook and see what somebody else doing and watch their story and or Snapchat and see what's going on. I have to be in the mix and see what's going on instead of trying to get your life together and see what's going on with you, because that's really what matters. Because mental health is a big deal.
And I want to do like a give our point of view thing on like now and then. In the club scene now, you go to, I'll say the Marquee. We live in St. Louis for anybody who don't know. Go to the Marquee, you look around, even in Houston, no matter where you go to a door or whatever spot you go to, everybody's on their phone. You looking around, everybody on their phone. If somebody is up twerking, dancing, they recording. As soon as the flash go off, they're sitting down again. Like, we're not really having a turned up time. We're recording everything, and then as soon as the camera go off, it's boring. It's crickets. Nobody turned up, and it didn't used to be like that.
No, my young days was really through the 90s and the early 2000s. So 90s, early 2000s, St. Louis was cracking. Anybody that's in my age group over 40 knows St. Louis was a cracking town. St. Louis is no longer like that. It's no $2 Tuesday. We had $2 Tuesdays everywhere where everything was literally $2. Yes, inflation happened. Things have gone up, but people could still do that. Like, people could still actually get a crowd if they took the time out to say, let's do a throwback. Mm-hmm. That's not even really that long ago. Actually, she was a baby. A lot of y'all may have been babies, but St. Louis was a time. It was like people came here from out of town to come to St. Louis to kick it, because we wasn't on our phones. We was in there dancing. We was in there talking to dudes. Like
dancing. Can we talk about dancing?
It was cracking. Like,
everybody is, booed up. A man coming behind you, y'all turned up. That's how you probably gonna find your man.
Yes.
Now everybody too scared. Dudes posted up on the wall like this. Nobody's turned. Nobody's socializing. Once again, let's get back to the socialization. Mm-hmm. Nobody's talking, nobody's exchanging. I mean, sometimes it's a little exchange here and there. Let me get your Instagram, but it's not how it used to be. We're not actually being social. The whole point of going to the club is because it's a social gathering to get together, socialize, meet people, mingle, get out there. We're not really getting out there no more, because the moment you get scared, you hopping on your phone. The moment you feel awkward, you hopping on your phone. The moment something is off, or it's not like a comfortable setting, or sometimes even if it is a comfortable setting, everybody is just hopping on their phone. We can't even just sit here and talk. I have had that problem with friends. I'm that friend that will tell you to put down your phone. If you're going to go out to eat with me, if you're going to do something with me, if we're going to sit and chat, if we're going to get deep, I got to get deep.
Yeah.
I have to get to know you. Thinkers. I have to know what you got going on. Yeah. I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to let the questions bounce off and we just go back and forth in conversation. I love a good conversation. It makes me feel closer to you.
That's why a lot of people that know us know that we are best friends too. She's not just my daughter, she's my best friend. Wow. And that's only because of the relationship that I built with her over time. I started it off like that because I wanted her to understand that I know, like, I'm not a mom that you get to a certain age and it's like, oh, you forget everything that you did or everything that happened. Like, I know a lot of elders that tend to act like they forget, and you can't. You would never connect with your child acting like you forgot how you was at their age. You can't do that, and that's why I'm a counselor as well at a big corporation, and all of my students love me because I know how to connect with them, and they not just sitting on. A lot of them don't even have phones, can't afford phones, so they sit and having conversations with me because I know how to have a conversation, and that's what a lot of us are lacking. Having real conversation, not surface level. Hey, how was work? It was good. What you doing tomorrow? What you got to eat? No, let's talk about something else. Well, how is your mental?
How is your mental? What happened? What happened 10 years ago that made you who you are today? Let's unpack here. And even if we're not going deep about emotional trauma, it's so many other things. What is your political standpoint, or how do you feel
why do you view it that way? Why do you think that way? Like, challenge one of your elders. Why are you voting Democrat? Why do you feel like I should? Since you're telling me to go vote and you're telling me that I need to vote for this person, why? Break it down to me. And they should be accountable. They should be held accountable for the reason why they are voting the way they are. Not just because she's black.
Too. It should be a safe space too.
Yes.
Let's have a conversation. Let's make it a comfortable room. Let's piggyback. Don't get offended. I mean, we all entitled to feel how we feel, but like if you want to have a conversation with somebody, make it comfortable so that they can continue to feel able to express themselves to you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go.
So one of the effects of social media is mental health, and that's a very big deal because people are committing suicide at rapid rates, and they have a lawsuit out right now for children that were affected by social media. If they had committed suicide, they're saying something about something was triggering something in their brain that caused them to even have whatever mental issue that they have. Mm-hmm. So one of the things says social media can have a significant impact on mental health. It can improve a sense of belonging and increase self-esteem. But it can also lead to stress, sadness, isolation, and pressure to compare oneself to others. That's the biggest deal out here.
Because it's so false. You looking on social media, you seeing this perfect body, this perfect face, no blemishes, no acne, this perfect shaped head, whatever the case may be. And you like, oh, I just wish I can fix that. Or I can get some money and fix that. Whole time they go fix things and it looks worse than it did in the first place. And they're using all these face apps and filters to make it seem like it looks better when in reality they look a mess.
Yes.
Love yourself.
Yes.
Let's
Love
start
yourself.
there. Love
Big
yourself.
Deal. I think we done said that on a couple of our podcasts because that is a big deal. You have
and
to
it's
love
hard.
yourself.
It's
and
hard
we be talking
when
to
you
ourselves
exposed
too.
to so much.
Yes.
That's what the lawsuit's coming from because there is so much exposure
Yes.
to all this fake reality. It's not real. So all the kids is growing up seeing it and thinking, even nowadays, kids is way more fast than they used to be. Everybody look grown. People 15 in high school look like they 30. How?
Because another thing, what she just said, I was at a doctor's appointment. It was a white lady that was sitting there talking to me. We was in the office waiting, in the waiting room. Everybody was on their phones. She sat down and said, everybody's on their phones. Did you guys know, made us all stop, get off our phone, and said, did you guys know that if you sit on your phones too long all day, that it ages you? This is a scientific proven fact that she found out.
I didn't even know that.
And this is why you're saying what you just said, how a lot of this generation are looking older, much older. I work with a lot of students that I be like, how old are you again? Because my age group is 16 to 24. And if you've seen some of the students, you would think they were adults.
People often think I'm older than what I am too. And it just be so embarrassing. Because why do you think I'm that? What is it? A lot of times.
Maturity.
I'm talking about our physical and maturity too. Appearance, I mean, not physical, but whatever.
I mean, but I feel like us.
And I was on social media a lot. I mean, like growing up on my phone. I feel like my generation was the generation to experience that switch. And then it's all phones now. Now every generation after me is like.
I really do kind of feel like that thing that you talking about is kind of genetic. Because I ain't never looked like a little kid. Like I ain't never been like had a little kid looking appearance. Like a little, you know how some people have baby faces. I've never had that. And my mom doesn't either. And she looks similar to me. So I feel like that's just it. You know what I'm saying? That could be, and it could be what the lady said.
And they say
you don't have phones too much.
They say
and
wait too. When you skinnier, people automatically think
you're younger. Yeah.
So that's what it be. But nonetheless, that is a very good valid point she made, and it's making our kids not only insecure but also desocialized. And I want to go into a question. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Do you feel like social media, or should I say your phone? Okay, let me first explain what a tool is. A tool is something that you use to help you or support you do something. Like it's something you use. It's not using you, right?
Right. Whether it's a book, whether it's a gardening tool like a hose, whether it's a pencil
or like a hammer.
Yeah,
you use that to help you complete whatever task you're trying to complete or get you to wherever you're trying to go. Like a bus, we use that to get to work or wherever we're trying to go. Phones or technology used to be a tool. It was made to be a tool to help us.
It still is if you use it the proper way.
Right. If you if you use it the proper way. So I wanted to ask y'all, and y'all could comment, do you feel like your phone is a tool to you, or you are the tool? And the reason I say that is because we've become the tool. Social media knows how to target us in ways that we're not even aware of. So we think, oh, okay, I'm just gonna get on my phone real quick so I can look at something. You look at something, you end up scrolling. Now you're scrolling for 4 hours. You didn't want to do that. You got pulled in. You got sucked in because you're the tool. They want you to make them that money.
Just like when you was pregnant. All she saw was stuff about babies with them having issues. And the fact that I'm her mama and I'm looking at baby stuff, it kept coming down my timeline too. And think about this. You guys can look at it for yourself on your social media. I know for a fact on Facebook, it has in your settings where it could say we're gonna take you off of here so you can only be on here for maybe an hour or two. So you're not on social media as much. Even if you try to deactivate your account, it's a selection on there that says, are you using it too much? Do you need us to help with that? So if they know, then we need to be aware. We need to wake up and know what's really going on and what they put out there.
First step.
Yes.
That's the first step.
You gotta open that third eye up. You can't be out here asleep.
If anybody wants to do a little bit further research or look into it yourself,
do it. Put it in the comments.
Look at a movie on Netflix. If you have Netflix, if you don't, find it on a free site. It's called Social Dilemma. These are big corporations, the biggest ones we know today. People who worked at the top of the top, who's made things, who's made monetization. People who had big positions in these companies, they end up quitting, and they're on the movie telling the bad effects that social media is having on our population, and if it continues the way that it's continuing, what is it going to look like in the future.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
It's very much a big deal. Another issue, like she was talking about with kids, is cyberbullying. Cyberbullying has a long-lasting emotional effect, meaning you can grow up from being cyberbullied. You don't even know what these people could have a fake account and they on there talking bad about you, and they could be 600 pounds. But you are feeling bad because some person that you don't even know is talking down on you. Like a person that really she goes through cyberbullying is a lot of these rappers like Cardi B, Glorilla. My thing about Glorilla, she turned it around, especially on this album. She turned it around on everybody. Like, who is y'all calling ugly? And popped out. That I love about her. That's why, and I love her album. Just had to throw that in. Big Glow. She did it. I love that. She did that.
I want to touch on back to just like feeling like, is it a tool to you, or do you feel like it's or you the tool?
Or you the tool? Or you being played?
Me personally, I find myself unconsciously checking my phone. Actually, let me ask you another question. What's the first thing you do in the morning? Do you get up and go to the bathroom first because you gotta pee? Do you go make breakfast first for your kids, for yourself? What do you do? What's the first thing? You open your eyes, the first thing you do, what is that?
Our Christian watchers, should be the first thing you doing is before you even touch the ground is praying for our Christians.
But I want to know the truth.
We don't know the truth.
There ain't no shame.
We're not judging.
What do y'all do? I want y'all to comment that as well. First thing I do is check my phone. I'm just going to be real here. What's the first thing you do?
The first thing I do is check my phone, but I'm not checking it for social media. I check it. I'm a counselor. I have to check my phone.
I check mine too. But before phones came out, we used to go pee or brush our teeth first, maybe. Let's do that first, and then let's get into the technology and check our phones and whatever the case may be. Now it's just like second nature to us, and I feel like that's low-key a problem.
Before we go too far, I want to talk about body image, because a lot of our followers may be women, and we need to understand that we, for one, again, like my baby said, we need to love ourselves. Social media says that one of the biggest problems now is body image. Constant use of social media can lead to body image issues. Users may feel pressure to maintain some type of similar physique to celebrities or influencers or one of your friends that got a BBL or any of that. I feel like plastic surgery is okay. I'm okay with it. I'm not okay with it if you're doing it because you feel like everybody else is doing it. I feel like any person out here that wants to make themselves feel better about themselves and get plastic surgery. If you're not going too far with it, if you can afford it, then do it. But don't do it because you're trying to be like everybody else. Like, dare to be different. Be the giraffe that's neck sticks out. Don't wear your hair the same way everybody else is wearing it. You see everybody on here with all these $350 wigs with all this fake baby hair that drives me crazy. Some of it's cute, some of it's not. But everybody is starting to look the same. Some of y'all are starting to wear the same makeup in the same way. How do you look any different than the next person? I have always in my whole lifetime dared to be different. That is one thing about me. I ain't never wanted to follow the crowd. I'm the type of person that if I see a line, even outside driving, I'm finna go that way.
Me too.
In a grocery store, and I see all these people in this line, I'm looking around to check to see what other line. Dare to be different, people. Let's not be the same. And social media drives you to try to be like everybody else. Ooh, I see everybody else going to Turks and Caicos. Now I want to go to Turks and Caicos. You ain't never did that in your life.
I mean, that's why it's called social media influence. It's an influence.
It's cool, but don't do stuff that you can't afford to do.
Influenced. Facts.
I just heard a
Definitely
rapper.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, I just heard a rapper go off on people like that. If you can't afford it, and the only time you could go out of town is on your birthday.
You talking about Lotto?
That's whoever. I heard a rapper saying it, and I agree with her. She said, only time you could go out of state is on your birthday. Brokey. She said I don't wear shark shoes no more because that's what everybody wear. You won't catch her in them shark boots because
y'all burnt them out.
It got burnt out really quickly.
But it's also fashion.
It is.
You know, when it's a fashion wave,
wave.
Everybody doing sets right now. And it's been sets for a minute, but everybody's on athleisure. So it's just like, I'm not too mad at that. And if she don't want to wear shark boots, and if you still wearing them and you look good in the boot, wear them.
You. I ain't tripping off that. I'm just tripping off of what, like she said, don't try to be something that you can't afford to be. Live in your budget, boo. Live in your budget. If you got rent, bills, and court notes, and insurance, and you really can't afford to take that trip, don't do it. But you should, like my baby girl does, be putting the money aside to take that trip when you can afford to do it, even if it's just on your birthday. But don't be doing it just because you're trying to be like everybody else.
And I don't just travel on my birthday, by the way.
Period. But she been traveling since she was a little girl. This is what she get.
I got another question. I don't know. I'm just asking y'all all questions today. During COVID, and I'm asking y'all all these questions because I'm in sociology right now. It's such a good class. I love it. I'm majoring in psychology, so that's why I like to talk and I like to get to know y'all. So I would like for y'all to interact with me, please.
Please interact.
So, COVID. Let's talk about COVID. Do you feel like COVID was a social time for you, or did it make you feel like you were confined and you didn't have any socialization? I want to know your opinion.
So,
can y'all comment below though?
For me, for COVID, I had more socialization. We had parties.
We had a ball. I said that. We had a ball.
Our family been.
I feel like that was our most social time.
That was. We was in the house.
In confinement, turned up.
No phones.
No phones. We were
recording.
Yes,
like
so we can keep the memory. But nobody have to be on social media all day.
No.
Nobody not paying attention to the game.
We was having so much fun. We
couldn't
couldn't sit up on social media. We locked in. We definitely took advantage of COVID. We did.
And a lot of people didn't. A lot of people, since you couldn't go outside, was on their phones all day, thinking that they was being social the whole time. You are so desocialized. It's like you don't even know that you're so disconnected from the world right now. Because you think that, all it takes is for me to get on Instagram and then I can just chat somebody or ping. But it's not the same. It's not the same.
But one thing that it does say about social media that is giving people more ways to communicate. Just like on one of my pages, it's strictly my family and people that I work with. So the fact that I don't see those people every day, I haven't seen them in a long time, I still get to keep up with my family members.
That's the good parts.
That's one of the good parts of social media.
It's not all bad. We just been touching on what's bad because this is to bring awareness to use it, make it a tool for you.
Yes, a tool. It has to be a tool. So that's a part of my tool because I took it upon myself to take myself off of social media due to a lot of the things that we talking about.
Became
body
a tool.
Images.
Yeah, me too.
Me
too.
All that kind of stuff.
I had to get off of that.
I feel like I gotta.
Once you feel it, and that's where discipline and self-control
Yeah,
comes
you
in.
you gotta have
Once you
discipline
feel
and
it taking
self-control.
that toll on you,
Mm-hmm.
log
Get
off.
If you feel like you
off.
every time you look just all of a sudden you just
You
sit
upset.
there, you in your
You
phone,
feeling down.
You driving, all of a sudden you feel like you gotta get on social media. That's a problem. That's about you
Or
wake
if it's
up
just
and go to
making you
sleep on social media.
sad.
Mm-mm.
If it's making you sad,
Yeah.
if it's having any type of toll, you feeling more insecure. You feeling like every time you get on there, it's negativity and it's just not feeding your
Yes.
spirit positively.
That's another reason why
Get
I
off
got off.
of there.
Me and my daughter are now on a spiritual journey, trying to get our lives together, trying to get closer to God. We do Bible study. We are going to church. We are doing the things that we need to do to get closer to God. In order to get closer to God, another thing that you do have to do is watch what you speak, watch what you hear, watch
what you consume.
what you consume. And being on social media all day will drive you nuts. And we're dealing with a spiritual warfare. So you are allowing demonic spirits to come into you because of the things that you're watching. Something that's coming across your screen might trigger you back to something that you don't even do no more. You might have used to be a fighter. I'm not a fighter anymore. This triggering me to want to get rowdy. I can catch myself in the car listening to somewhere. I'm like, yeah, I'm married now. I can't be like, you know what I'm saying? I can't be like that. But that's a demonic spirit coming into me by what I'm listening to. So I have to pay attention to that. That's why I took myself where I'm not so much on social media. I can't be. I can't afford to be because I'm trying to be closer to God.
And it's so good that you know yourself. And that's another thing I want to tell y'all. Get to know yourself. Know your limits. Know what's good for you and what's not. And to close out, I wanted to bring up the good things. I'm glad that you brought that up. And she said that she uses it as a tool, as we should. And social media isn't all bad. There are good parts like Google. I feel like, for me, Google is a lifesaver. I feel like it don't matter what I don't know. Also, it's a pacifier though, but we ain't gonna get into that. But it's a lifesaver. Whatever you want, whatever you need, it's at your fingertips. All you gotta do is look it up. You want to find a good restaurant. You want to go to the movies. You
or
don't
find
know
a good
what- how
Bible
close-
scripture because I have
Good
my
Bible
personal
scripture.
Bible, but I might not
Or
be
to
buying
look
it.
up, what does this mean?
Yes,
What is this? What does this scripture mean?
and I gotta add AI. I know a lot of people scared of AI, but I love AI. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know. I'm a little off about AI.
I love AI, but it break it down a lot. Like, I love it. I could be behind AI, to be honest, because I've been dealing with technology since I was
She got a cybersecurity degree.
Yeah, my bachelor's degree is in cybersecurity, so I've been in that realm. And the only reason why I did that is because I've been, like, I had one of the first computers my dad bought back in the 90s, and it was a Tandy 3000. So, and it was a big back computer. That's how long I've been on the computer. No, we didn't have social media until around in the 2000s, but we still were on the computer. We still had typewriters. We still was able to, guide and get into it. And I've been evolving ever since social media started. I've been in it. I've been on Instagram when it first started. I've been on Facebook since when it first started. Twitter when it first started. I don't have a Twitter page now, but all of that stuff I've been on since it first started. So now a lot of that stuff is boring to me. I really just use Facebook because of all my friends and family.
Keep you connected. In a sense, it does keep you connected and it reunites you with people
Instagram
that
is the one that you like with the, because it's all the celebrities and all this other stuff. And I'm a TikTok girl
Facebook is so negative, in my opinion. On my news feed, it's just drama. I used to be in so much drama when I was on Facebook. I had to get away from that life. And it's not that I was still in drama. Every time you log on, it's literally somebody talking about somebody live, somebody exposing somebody panties, somebody man that cheated on them. Something is negative, and it's not feeding me right. It's
and
not
everything is
right.
not for social media, y'all. Like everything you go through is not for I wish I would. And the bad part about that is that's because people don't have real true friends that they feel like they can talk
people
to.
Go to social media like it's their diary.
And go on there
These
like
people
it's
can't
God.
help you. These people don't care about your well-being.
They go on there praying like it's God.
These people don't care about your well-being. All they want is to laugh or some entertainment. So when you go exposing everything you've been through, you and your baby daddy, you and your friend and got into it, you and your whatever has happened, they're laughing or they're sending it to somebody and they're gossiping about you.
They screenshot and talk about you.
Why even get them that?
I'm not
go
putting
talk
nobody
to your
in my
friend.
Y'all gonna see
go
what
call
I want
your
y'all to
mama. You don't got a mama, go call your auntie. Go call whoever is close to you. Do not go putting your personal business on social media. It is not for that.
One thing about my baby, she way better than me. But one thing about it, y'all wouldn't know us through social media. You don't know us. If you think you know us by social media, you don't know us at all. Because we don't post None of the stuff we really be doing except for like accomplishments or out of town, or I used to be real silly and goofy on there. I had debate groups. I done got from all of that, but so you really don't see hardly nothing from me unless I'm praying. I'm giving y'all some scriptures, not praying because I pray to God, not social media. I give out scriptures and things of that nature. Big deals, like I did just get married in July. Big deals, stuff like that. I will put that on there, but I'm not finna. You're not finna know what's going on in my marriage.
My everyday.
You're not finna know what's going
don't
on
know
with
the
my
tea.
baby. That's not your
The
business.
tea is for my homegirl, not
Exactly.
Facebook.
And we're so blessed to have those.
Hello.
We really are.
Genuine friends. Been with them, gonna
Get you
stick with
some.
them. They ain't going nowhere. Respectfully.
And if you really can't find too many of them, then you need to do some soul searching to figure out why you don't have real, genuine friends. Or you feel like these people are not your friends. Do some soul searching.
If you can't keep a friend, maybe you the problem. I don't know. But we ain't here for that. That's a whole nother podcast.
That's a whole nother podcast.
I can't wait for that one. But once again, I want to close out by saying social media is not all bad. We are not painting it as just the worst thing ever. It's it was meant to be a good thing. It's
a tool.
They want that money, so they using us now, and we got to get a grip. We got to take the reins. We can't let them outdo us. We are the humans. That is the technology. So we got to use it and make it a tool again. And the way to do that is just use it when you need it. Use it for positive things.
Like you use your car. You go drive your car to get to A and B.
You don't let your car use you.
Exactly.
You use that car.
Use your car.
Do the same thing with social media. Please watch Social Dilemma on Netflix. The Social Dilemma.
It's another one really on Tubi too. I cannot remember the name. Sorry that I don't, but I will put it down
in the description.
When I edit in the description. It's a good one about social media, and it's a little scary, but it's not scary to me. But it was really talking about the effects of social media and how people always worried about likes. I wish I would. I be thinking my self-esteem low until I really think about myself. I don't care about who liking I post for me. What I do, I look at my story. I don't even hardly look at nobody's story. If I done looked at somebody's story, it's on my accident because I'm so into me. I'm looking at what I got going on. I'm trying to improve me every day. I'm trying to be the better person than I was last week.
Version of myself.
That's it. I'm not worried about what y'all doing. And that's not even saying it to be impersonal. I'm just not. I got too much to focus on. I got a lot going on.
Sometimes when you need to get yourself together, you don't need to worry about what nobody else
No,
doing.
I can't
compare.
We can't afford
We don't
to.
live the same life. Why am I looking at what you doing trying to compare? No. I got to get me right. I got to look at what I used to do. How can I upgrade that so that I can get to where I'm trying to go? Not looking at what you doing, not focused on what you doing, not caring about a like. What is a like going to do? Is a like going to pay your bill?
Not at all.
Is a like going to get you to where you trying to go?
No.
Unless you're trying to be a social media influence, then you should be worried about them likes.
If you'd have been on a plane, what they tell you? Before you do anything, prepare yourself. Get yourself together first. And then start helping others. So, again, self-love. Self-discipline. It's a big deal. We gonna touch on that one too. That'll be a topic too. Self-discipline.
And we thank y'all for tuning in. We will be back. Hopefully sooner than later. We got busy schedules and we live far.
We do. We live far. We live like 37 minutes away from each other. Unfortunately.
But we made this happen. And can we just do a little birthday shout out? Because I know it's November now. But we just got into Scorpio season. I'm sorry. Not ill. We love y'all.
I love Scorpio. We ain't gonna do that bookie, but
your
uncle is a Scorpio.
We love y'all. Let me take that back.
I love Scorpio.
I'm trying to change. Pray. But look. Libra energy all day,
Libra,
every day.
Everybody knows. Everybody out here in life know a Libra and love a Libra.
My birthday was October 6th. I brought it in. Her birthday was October 22nd. She ended it. And my brother's birthday was October 14th.
Gang. Turned 30
in
this
the
year.
middle.
You would have been 30.
And my friend's birthday was October 9th. And my other friend's birthday was October 6th. So shout out to the Libras.
And Octavia.
Shout out to the Libras. It was our season. We didn't get the post during our season.
October the 4th.
But, you know, happy birthday to
Zion.
us. If you feel like
October
telling
19.
us in the comments, tell us in the comments happy birthday. Thank you.
Love y'all.
Love y'all. See y'all next time.